Students, in this class, I'm going to discuss the second poem of Flamingo. The title of this poem is An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum. Let's first discuss the poet. That who is the poet of this poem? What was his family background, social background, and his contributions in the field of poetry? The second poem, which is entitled as An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, is written by Stephen Spender. Stephen Spender is a British poet, a poet from England who has contributed a lot in the field of poetry. His poetry is mostly subjective poetry and not objective poetry. You'll find the personal touch in this poetry. You'll find that the poet is aggrieved at the poor stage of the farmers, landless farmers of particular villages. Though this poem belongs to England, though the background of the poem is not India, but when you read this poem, you will feel as if it's written for Indian labelless farmer, Indian farmer, Indian tenant. So this is called universality. This is called that the poem has universal element, universal theme that doesn't matter who reads the poem, doesn't matter the people or the reader from which country he or she belongs to, but he feels as if the poem is from his own land, from his own country. So Stephen Spender has received a number of prizes, Poetry Prize of Literature in Washington DC in 1899. He also won a number of other rewards and other literature degrees from various universities like Oxford and Cambridge. Now, in this poem, what he has shown to us the poor condition of the farmers when there is no rainy season, when there is no cultivation season, and the farmers are just without any work because they don't have to go to field after the cultivation process. They are free and they try to earn something for the family, and in hope of earning something, what they do, they make shop in front of their homes, putting two bamboos or four bamboos in front of their home. They put it there a tarpaulin or plastic so that the customers may be saved from the heat stroke and as well as from the rain. Now, what happened? That they sit there in almost open prayer and they do pray to God that, oh God, please send some customers so that we may fill some city money at our hands too. Now, in order to earn some money, the people of a village, they put roadside stand. Please keep in mind the literal meaning of a roadside stand. It doesn't mean standing by the side of a road, but it does mean that a shop in the village area which are very close to the road, which connects from one city to the other, and in the middle of those two cities there is a village or two, and in that village you may have seen the shops which does not sell things of comfort, luxury items, or very costly items, but these shops offer the customers like wild berries, like things made up of wood and things made up of soil, that is clay, 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 and people do move from there. The traffic goes and goes on that road, but you will find that no one stops to buy anything. Some cars, some customers do come there, but they ask the cost of the objects, cost of the things, but they do not buy them because they say that the things is very costly. please reduce the price or please give discount, which the villagers cannot because they have already put the cost price. It's very less, so how can they give it at lesser price than what they assumed for the goods they sell, they offer to sell in those road stands. Now what happened that in this poem, you will feel the sorrow, the grief, the poverty of the poor farmers, right? From evening to morning. Since morning to evening, they keep on there, they keep on sitting there, looking on the road that, oh God, send some customers so as our objects will be sold. Oh God, please send someone so that we can sell something and we can feel the sitting money in our hand. But to their dismay and hope and despair, there no one come there to buy the things. No one come there to buy the goods they offer to sell. Yes, some asks them that do you sell gasoline? Do you sell gas? But the fact is that in Britain or in foreign countries, people are not allowed to sell diesel or petrol by the roadside, right? They have to buy the fuel, they have to buy the petrol and diesel from the fuel station itself, that is petrol pump, etc. In India, you may say that and you may sell those things, those items by the in a shop by the roadside, but in foreign countries they are not allowed to do so. It's illegal activity. So the writer says, the poet says that don't they see that we don't sell petrol or diesel or any type of fuel? So why they are asking like this? Okay, what we offer is displayed there. If they wanna sell, if they wanna buy, they must have to buy from the shop which I offer, which I sell. Now you will find that there is a revolutionary tone in Stephen Spender's poetry. You will find that in this poem, the poet is highly aggrieved at the grief of the poor villagers, poor farmers. The poor farmers, since morning till evening, in hope of earning some money, they sit there almost in open prayer, their eyes filled with hope that somebody will come to their shop to buy something, but no one comes to buy anything from their shop. You can feel the grief, you may feel the sorrow, you may feel the poor state of the farmers who are there, who has put the roadside stand in order to sell the things to the passerby or to the traffic which passes from there. You will find from the opening line of the poem that they have put the roadside stand to fill the city money in their hand. You'll also feel that in hope to earn something, because it's off season, they cannot cultivate in the field, they cannot grow crops in the field, and there is no, we can say, the season of cutting the crop or ripening of the crop. So they want to buy something for their family members, but in order to buy these things they need money, and to earn that money they want to put that roadside stand. They have put it out there but not able to sell anything because of the traffic which moves on the road by the side of the village. It's very polished traffic, very polished traffic moves from that road, but no one has the head in their head to buy anything. No one has in their mind to stop for some time and to ask the price and to buy the things what they offer to sell, because they have their in their mind the manjil, the things, the destiny where they are moving. So keeping in mind their destiny, they do not stop there. One car stops by the side of the road, and the driver comes out and the owner of the car comes out, but they do not buy anything. They just ask the direction that where does this road go, and then they sit back, they turn the car and go in their direction without buying anything. So you can feel the despair, you can feel the disappointment, you may feel the thing which the roadside stand, the shopkeepers of those shops feel in their mind and in their heart. Right? They have to sell wild berries, earthen pot, earthen urn, but no one is there to buy these things. The people of the city, they do not pay any heed, any attention to what the village people used to sell, right? And they move keeping in mind the city products, and they want to buy the things from the supermarkets, from the mall, but they do not try to stop there to buy the things they offer to sell. In the next class, I will read which line of the poetry and I will explain it to you, and I will also discuss about Stephen Spender in the next class. Thank you very much.